So maybe you've been watching our channel for some time and decided you would like to call the Temecula Valley home. The next question on your list should be, where in the Temecula Valley should I live? And that's exactly what we're doing here today in our Neighborhood Spotlight series. This is the neighborhood of Mapleton. I want to break it all down for you, tell you exactly what it's like living here inside of Mapleton. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights and new things coming here to the valley. I want to tell you exactly what it's like living here in the Temecula Valley before you and your family make the move. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's dive in. So first up, let's talk about location. Where exactly is Mapleton on the map when it comes to the Temecula Valley? Well, first off, we are in Murrieta. We're actually in the northernmost part of Murrieta. Mapleton actually borders right up against Menifee, which is the city just to the north here of Murrieta. And so this is the northern tip of what you would see here inside of Murrieta. As far as location-wise, proximity to things, you're a little bit further away from the heart of Temecula, a little bit less of the shopping here, although some of it is being developed. Getting to the freeways, you're gonna have access to the 215 freeway. That's gonna be your closest freeway access, which will lead you to the 15 freeway, which would get you further south or further north if you were to be doing some sort of commuting for work. But northern tip of Murrieta, a little bit more remote currently, but things are starting to stretch up this direction, so you're gonna have a ton more amenities coming here soon. The next thing we like to touch on is the pros of living here inside of Mapleton. First and foremost, and my most obvious choice for this neighborhood when it comes to working with buyers, is the affordability. Because it is a little bit more remote compared to the other areas of Murrieta, the prices are just significantly better. You can get a much bigger home for your money when it comes to living here inside of Mapleton. Another super awesome pro is this beautiful park right behind me here. We've got playground, walking trails, baseball. You've actually even got an RC track, which is something totally new to the area here. It's actually a flat RC track for kids to run their RC cars and have a blast. So that is absolutely a pro. And last but not least, it is also on the affordability side of things. There's no HOA here. So this is a very large community that you would definitely expect to have had an HOA, but there is not. So you're not paying some sort of monthly payment towards the HOA. That is gone, and you don't really have somebody that's policing you as far as what you can do and can't do with your home. Next up, let's talk about the things to look out for, or maybe you could call these the cons of living here inside of Mapleton. And I've already actually touched on both of these, but I do want to make a point of them here. First and foremost is the location. You're on the northern end of Murrieta. If you desire to get to the mall, it's gonna be about 20 minutes from here. If you want to go out to eat, there are options here, but the heart of things are gonna be much further into Murrieta and into Temecula, which you are much further from. So I would say location-wise, a little bit more remote, just something to be aware of. And secondly, the no HOA part. That can be a pro if you don't like having someone tell you what to do, and it can be a pro because of the affordability side, but it does also mean that your neighbor can paint their house purple if they desire to, and you can't do anything about it. So the no HOA side is something just to keep in mind. So anytime we explore the area here with a buyer, I take them around, and when we're looking at a home, I just say, hey, let's look at the surrounding homes and make sure that you like the way that those are, because there's nothing here to police what's going on with the way that those look. And as long as the other homeowners in the area are taking care of things, then you can be pretty assured that things are gonna look great going into the future. Next up, let's talk about price. So as I mentioned, the affordability is a huge pro here inside of Mapleton. And as you also may know from watching some of these videos, I'm not gonna give you an exact price here today, but I'm gonna tell you for the prices here in Murrieta, you're looking at the low starter end price point to the mid-range for Murrieta. If you have specific questions and you're really dying to know what the exact prices here inside of Mapleton are, give me a call or leave a comment below. We'll get right back to you as soon as possible with that information, because prices are changing all of the time. But if you look at our market update videos, you hear what the Murrieta average is as of the day that you're watching this, you can expect it to be a little bit lower to right in that mid-range. Now let's move on to the size of homes that you can expect here in Mapleton. There is a huge range of homes here, all the way down from 1,500 square feet, just your standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single story, all the way up to 4,000 square feet. So this is one of those neighborhoods. I love these kinds of neighborhoods because it means you can buy your starter home here, you can move up, you can move up, and then as you get older, you can move back down. You never have to leave the community of Mapleton if you absolutely love living here. So for the size of square footage here, anywhere from 1,500 all the way up to 4,000, there's definitely a home that will fit what you're looking for here in Mapleton. So let's talk about schools. If you've got little ones that'll be going to school here inside of Mapleton, then you want to know all about the schools. As you know, we use the greatschools.org rating system to grade the schools here inside of the area. It's a scale of 1 to 10. Obviously, the closer you are to the 10 on the scale, the better the schools are. For elementary school, you've got Oak Meadows Elementary School, which is actually rated a 6 out of 10 on the greatschools.org chart. For your junior high, your middle school, you've got Bell Mountain Middle School, which is actually rated a 5 out of 10 on the Great Schools chart. And last but not least, Paloma Valley High School, which is rated a 7 out of 10. So a little bit higher scores on the high school, which is great. A little bit lower as you're looking at the scale of things for your junior high and middle school. I do say this typically when it comes to lower ratings on schools, the more the areas get built up, the more tax dollars come in, and typically we see more money go towards schools, and that does improve those scores over time. So I do expect to continue to see those to grow as things do continue to push into this direction. So Mapleton has been here for a while, but we are starting to see new construction that is being built all around this area. I do expect those to start to influence the schools here in the area, and we will see those scores up very soon. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what it actually costs to live here. So we always touch on two things that will determine some of your monthly payment scenario outside of the actual price of the home. First and foremost, that's going to be your property taxes. If you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that I stress property taxes vary from neighborhood to neighborhood, and it can be an extreme variation from 1% up to 2.2%, and that can cost you several $100s per month or thousands per year in your tax payment, which is typically impounded into your monthly mortgage payment. So when it comes to property taxes here inside of Mapleton, you're looking at about 1.5 to 1.6%. You take the home value and you times that by 1.5 or 1.6%, and that is what you will have for an annual tax bill. Chop that up by 12, and that gives you what you'd be paying monthly on your taxes that's going to go into your monthly mortgage payments. So that is actually in the mid to lower range for taxes here in the area, which makes this area extremely affordable. And secondly, we touch on the HOA. As we mentioned already, there is 0 HOA, so nothing to factor in there. All you're gonna have to worry about on this side is those property taxes, which are on the mid to lower side, so it keeps this area extremely affordable. Overall, Mapleton is a great community, a little bit newer feel to the homes built here. They weren't built in the 80s or 90s, so you've just got a much newer feel. Feels like a brand new community, although they have brought in some mature landscape and all of that, so it feels like that stuff has been around here for a while. You've got the centralized park here that we're standing inside of right now, which is an awesome amenity, especially for a community that has 0 HOA. So as far as what I say for this overall community, it's super affordable. And anytime I have somebody that's looking to tap into the Murrieta market, but can't quite get to the upper range of price points, we always start right here inside of Mapleton because it is an excellent option to get you that Murrieta address and keep things on the affordable side. So affordable neighborhood, great amenities with 0 HOA makes this neighborhood an awesome choice. So that's it for our breakdown on the Mapleton community here inside of Murrieta. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's content and our tour here around the neighborhood. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Any questions you have about moving to the Temecula Valley, about living here inside of Mapleton, you name it, put it here in the comments. We get to those daily and we'll reach out to you as soon as possible. And last but not least, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you guys next time.